Alright, hello. So I recently finally collected every hidden gem in Crash Bandicoot 4. Some of them were easy to find, and others are more hidden than Where's Wally in a red and white jumper convention. So I decided I would compile a list of the ones that maybe want to rip out my eyes the most, so I don't have to see how annoying this game can be. I'm not including colour gems though, even if they are also ball-achingly annoying to find. Only the hidden gems in this list. And unlike most of my lists, there isn't really any specific order, since these are all equally hard to find. With that being said, let's start the pain. We will begin with Crash Compactor, one that many will have found straightforward, but maybe I am less observant than a brainless wombat, as for the life of me, I could honestly not see this exclamation mark box that opens up a secret door. I can't be the only one though, right? Right? You can shove this gem right up your booty, developers. It goes against my platforming brain, which teaches me this part should not be accessible, since it's surely part of the background. But no, those bastards decided to hide a gem there.
Bastards! They'll get it!
To continue from my last point, home cooking is much worse. Even more horrible than your mother-in-law's home-cooked dry fish. How is anyone supposed to think this bridge isn't just part of the background? It's never really clear what could be foreground and what could be background. Shipping error is one of those which is so simple, yet so devilishly hidden.
But what if...
I hid all the gems in impossible places to find.
Delightfully devilish, Seymour.
Once you know where it is, you feel really silly for missing it. But yet again, Toys for Bob had me stumped. Now we move on to a couple that are not exactly that well hidden, but are on paths that make you want to rip all your hair out. Firstly, Off Balance. I'm not raging, I'm calm. Oh, what a lovely game. These hidden gems aren't absolutely horrible or anything. For the life of me, I could not get the timing of this final jump. But this is nothing compared to a certain other hidden gem path. Hello, Toxic Tunnels, my old friend. It's time to meet again. This gem path is just so toxic, almost as bad as my singing. I'm glad there's no purple gem in this game. Imagine if they added another section to this ball-busting marathon of a hate-inducing piss boiler of a hidden gem path. Admittedly, the hardest part of this section is getting all the boxes. But when I first tried this, I died well over 50 times, and had to do it all over again just for this video. The things I do for your guys' entertainment. Rush Hour is the longest level in the entire game, yet this is where they decided to hide a gem. Honestly, without looking at a guide, how did people find this one? Do people just end up falling off every single platform, jumping around every inch of the screen? Just wait until Spyro 4, where they will hide gems up Nasty Nork's big, fat, ugly butt. I can't have a hardest hidden gems list without including Run It By You. Wasn't it bad enough they hide boxes right at the start of the level? Did they really need to hide this exclamation mark box behind a barrel that makes a secret set of metal crates appear that you can only see if you specifically move to this one spot of the screen and then move your camera right to the edge? No, they didn't, but they did it anyway, just to piss on my cornflakes. Let's stay in Mosquito Marsh for no dillo-dallying. Very similar to Run It By You. It's one of those where you have to move your camera right to the side of the screen to reveal the hidden gem. This one isn't quite as bad as Run It By You, but was enough to make it on my list. Dino Dash is one of those that might not stand out as one of the hardest, but for me, I must have walked past this log at least a dozen times, and not even considered there might be a hidden gem in there. This gem would win the gold medal for hide and seek. Now it's time for the wonderful world of Crash Landed. I have grown to appreciate this level a lot more over time, but I still can't appreciate Ika Ika, the mask that flips you upside down and makes you go flipping crazy. And I most certainly went crazy while getting this gem. At one point I even said Bubsy 3D was my favourite game. Another hidden gem similar to Crash Landed is in Nitro Processing. This is one of the few on the list that also has a box hidden alongside it. Generally I found the hardest ones were not in areas with boxes, but this is the exception to the rule with just how sneaky it is. Of course, the last level in the game has to have one of the hardest to find hidden gems. Even when you know where it is, there is still a really difficult jump to pull off. It's times like this where I don't really feel that guilty for using a guide. Yes, I know, I used a guide for some of these. I had a system where if I couldn't find the hidden gem after going through the level at least 5 times, I think it was fair game to bring up a guide. And almost all these gems on this list were ones I had to look up. And each time I'd either kick myself because of how obvious it was, or just curse at Toys for Bob for hiding them in such ridiculous places. If this was a pure ranking based on difficulty to find, Off Balance, N.Verted would top the list. It's the only level which appears twice in fact. Firstly, they hide it in a place nobody in their right mind would even consider looking. Secondly, you will die while collecting this gem. And thirdly, why the hell is it under a bridge? There's like no clues of it being there. They could have at least maybe put a hole there so you could see the gem through the top of it, or maybe have it stick out a little bit. Because without any clues, how do people find this one? I'm honestly astonished they hid it here. They're just so mean, Toys for Bob. Too mean. So there we go. I have let out some anger as I talk through my memories of collecting all these horrible hidden gems. Let me know which ones you had the most trouble with, or if I've missed some you had trouble with yourselves. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. But for now, take care and leave me alone.
You again? You two are so clingy. Take a hint already.